Hi everyone, I'm Prim. If you're here watching this video, you probably know me from my deltarune mashups, especially my deltarune and Charlie XCX mashups. Thank you so much for all of your support on that, by the way. I was not expecting that to blow up the way that it did. I got an email recently, actually, asking how I changed the text in the text boxes in the deltarune footage that I used in my 360 Rude Buster mashup. And I just wanted to record a video tutorial for you guys on how to do that because it was kind of hard to get across on text. So what you're going to need for this is obviously a video editor and your deltarune footage, but also a screenshot of the scene that you're editing with the text box and the text visible. You're gonna want to make sure that this is cropped so that none of like the video viewer UI is on the sides of anything. It's just the footage, and the footage extends all the way to the top pixel, all the way to the bottom pixel. That's really important because we're gonna be using this to line up our text. What are we gonna line up our text in? A PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, this is not a great method. This is just a method that I've cobbled together out of paper clips and duct tape to use what I already had on my computer. So don't take this as like the tutorial on how to do this. This is just how I do it. So let's open up that PowerPoint presentation. Technically Keynote because I'm a dirty little Apple user, but PowerPoint should work as long as it has an animation that makes text type out and a way to export your slideshow as a self-playing video. Those are the two things you really need. So now that we're in Keynote, let's delete all of the like default text stuff. We're not going to need any of that. And throw in our screenshot. Give me a second. We're going to want to change the size of this until we get it to, exactly 1080p height, because that is the dimensions of our footage. That's the dimensions of our Keynote. If you're using footage with a different resolution and aspect ratio, you're going to want to crop your screenshot differently. But in this case, this is what's going to line up. We're going to set this to like 50% or so. Again, this screenshot is not ending up in the final video. This is just what we're using to line up our text. Let's grab a text box, set it to the Undertale deltarune font, one text box for the asterisk, and then another text box for the text. Start by just writing the first couple words of what's actually on screen to make aligning things a little easier. Let's zoom in again to make our lives easier. And then increase the font size until it lines up pixel perfect. Set this to the same font size, line it up the same way. The reason I like to do two separate text boxes is because if the text takes up multiple lines, it goes underneath this first letter, not underneath the asterisk, so this just makes aligning that easier. Let's zoom this back out and just type in what we actually want her to say. All right, let's set the text color of each of these to white. And then we're gonna put in a black rectangle that covers up all this text but doesn't cover up Queen's face over here, or whoever's face is in the text box. Let's send this to back and delete our reference image. And now you have a black rectangle here that'll cover up whatever's already in the footage, plus the text that you want the character to say. Now we're going to select the actual dialogue, not the asterisk, just the dialogue. And then add a typing effect. It's called keyboard in Keynote. I don't know what it's called in PowerPoint. Remove the cursor if that's an option, just so you don't have that blinking cursor thingy there. I usually actually set it to a pretty long text duration, just so that there's a little more footage to work with. You don't have any jumps in each individual frame where like one frame later 3 more letters have been added. It just makes your life in the editing room a little easier. Last but not least, you're going to go to this option to fill the background and fill it with the color 00FF00. This bright, terrible green. Just trust the process here. You'll see why in a bit. Go over here to export to, click movie. Again, I don't know what the Microsoft version of this is. This is just how to use the Apple version. I usually set these each pretty low. And let's save that. Now you're done with the slideshow, let's open up our video editor. Okay, so we finally got DaVinci Resolve open. You don't want to ask how much footage I just had to cut out there. What we're gonna wanna do is take the video you just exported from Keynote, PowerPoint, whatever, and toss it in here. Take the start of this, there's gonna be like a big chunk of time where it's just this asterisk. You're going to want to cut out all but one frame of that. So just go until you see text appear, and then go back until you get just that one frame. Hit it first try, okay. This frame right here in your footage where you just see the asterisk and no text, and line that up. Now here's why we added the horrible green background. We're going to take a green screen effect. DaVinci Resolve calls it 3D keyer for some reason, but you can just use whatever green screen effect you have. And you're going to just apply the green screen effect. You know, despill is needed. Sometimes you might still get this kind of like annoying line here, but you can just crop from that side until, you know, just speed it up so that it's more like the actual deltarune text speed, and it should look something like... All right, jump cut. I tried to show you how this looks in real time, but trying to run a screen recorder and DaVinci Resolve at the same time is lagging my computer out so bad that the video preview basically showed me nothing. So I'm actually just going to put how the final footage looks right here. It might have some speeds changed and stuff from what I just showed you. The whole point is you just kind of gotta mess with the speed, mess with the timing until it looks right to you. Roll the footage. So that's how I edit the text boxes in my deltarune edits. Again, this is probably not the best way to do it. I don't think any video editing method that involves PowerPoint is the best way to do anything, but it's what works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Thank you again for all your support on my mashups. Yeah, that's the end of it. Bye, everyone. DaVinci, please.